Eric Chiang, and I'm in Chicago, Illinois, the starting point of the third edition of Around the World in 80 Hours. This year's journey will take us to India, Macau, and Hong Kong, all of which have enjoyed significant economic growth in the past decade. As usual, we will be discussing economic concepts encountered along the way. Our first flight is a short 2-hour, 719-mile trip to New York.
The
9/11 memorial was built to honor the victims of the tragic event. The two huge inverted fountains are located in the footsteps of the former Twin Towers. New York is also home to Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange, where billions of dollars of stocks and other financial assets trade every day. We are in Zuccotti Park, which is home of the original Occupy Wall Street, which occurred in September of 2011 and led to a worldwide movement called Occupy to address income inequality and poverty.
We head back to the airport where we board our flight to Mumbai, India.
United Airlines, Flight 48, we are now boarding Group 1.
Our flight to India is one of the longest non-stop flights in the world, lasting 15 hours and covering 8,000 miles, arriving in Mumbai the following evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mumbai, where the local time is approximately 9:15 in the evening.
Mumbai is formerly known as Bombay. We are on our way to a hotel to get a few hours of rest before our tour of the city in the morning.
India is the world's largest democracy with over 1 billion people. Behind me is Mumbai's most famous landmark, the Gateway of India.
Although India has experienced significant economic growth that has produced a thriving middle class, poverty and income inequality are still major problems, with million-dollar homes and condos appearing alongside large slums where many of the city residents live.
Cricket is one of the most popular sports in India.
Each Sunday afternoon, thousands of kids come to the Oval Maidan to practice their skills. Next, we take a local bus for a bumpy ride along the coast of the Arabian Sea to find some lunch. Because cows are sacred in India, hamburgers are hard to find, even at McDonald's, where they feature the chicken Maharaja Mac. So instead of fast food, we will head to Swati Snacks, where I will try some authentic Indian street foods, including pav bhaji, panki chutney, and the famous pani puri. After lunch, we walk through a bazaar before hopping on one of Mumbai's infamous local trains to central Mumbai, where we head to the Dhobi Ghat. The Dhobi Ghat is the world's largest outdoor laundromat, where hundreds of workers wash clothes for about $2 a day. It's time to head back to the airport, where we board Air India for a 5-hour, 2,700-mile flight to Hong Kong. Upon arrival in Hong Kong, we head straight to the ferry terminal, where we board a high-speed ferry for an hour ride to our next destination.
It may look like we're in Vegas, but we're in Macau, the world's largest gaming destination.
Macau is a former territory of Portugal that was returned to China in 1999 and is the only city in China where casinos are legal. And with huge demand for gaming in Asia, it's no wonder that Macau surpassed Las Vegas as the world's most lucrative gaming destination. Billions of dollars of infrastructure and investment spending in Macau has significantly increased aggregate demand, causing inflation, but also making Macau the richest city in China. time to start heading back home, but before we do, we'll make a quick stop in Hong Kong.
We made it to Hong Kong and we're at the top of Victoria Peak with an incredible view of the skyline of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong is a shopper's paradise, not only because of its many malls and luxury shops, but also because Hong Kong has no trade barriers, which means one can buy products from around the world without paying taxes or tariffs. Our short stay in Hong Kong has come to an end, and it's time to head back to the airport and catch our flight home. We take off on another long 14-hour flight covering 7,800 miles and crossing the international date line, arriving in Chicago the same afternoon.
We made it back to our starting point in Chicago. We traveled over 20,000 miles, we saw economic concepts all around the world, and we did it in under 75 hours. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I'll see you again next year.